question number 2. Okay, and have a look. That also belongs to the very first module, algebra, and that belongs to the linear function in 2 variable this time. Okay, now see, have a look. Question number 2 is saying the y-intercept of the graph y is equals to minus 6x minus 32 in the xy plane is 0 comma y. Okay, then what is the value of y? Okay, now see, first of all, we have to understand like what does linear function in 2 variable mean. See guys, whenever it is linear function or linear equation in 2 variable, that means definitely we are talking about the straight line, isn't it? That's what linear equation in 2 variables means. Okay, and the slope intercept form. So let me just write down the slope intercept form of the linear function in 2 variable, or you can say of the straight line, looks like, let me just have some space. So it looks like y is equals to mx plus c. Okay, where m is known as what? So that is known as slope. Okay, and what about the c? So this c is known as what? That is called y-intercept of the function. Okay, now you have to understand like logically what does this y-intercept means. So see guys, the point at which this straight line will cut the y-axis, that means the point at which it will intersect the y-axis, that is going to be the y-intercept. Okay, so we can say it is the value of y when x is equals to 0. So can't I say like if this is my slope intercept form, so if I just want to write down the coordinates of that point, okay, where this c lies, so can't I say that the point that at which it intersects the y-axis, its coordinate will obviously would be what? 0 comma y. Okay, and that's what the question is asking to you. That means when I put down the value of x as 0 in the equation, then what would be the value of y? Okay, so either you write down this y or you write down this as 0 comma c. It's one and the same. Okay, now you do have a look. If my slope intercept form, so I'm going to put down some brackets and the stars here, because you need to remember this kind of function, then only you can solve these kind of questions. Okay, so of course the key to this question is this one. Okay, now have a look on the function which is given to us. So this function is y is equals to minus 6x minus 32. Okay, and now you know either we find out the value of this y or we find out the value of this c. It's one and the same thing. So just by comparing this given function to the slope intercept form, can you say what is the value of y-intercept? That means what is the value of c? So of course, just by comparing, I can say the value of c has to be minus 32. Okay, why so? Because it has to be mx plus c. So it has to be mx plus c. That is why the value of c, the value of y is what? Minus 32. And that's what the y-intercept is. Okay, so either you write down it as c or you write down as y. It's one and the same. Is it clear to everyone? So that has to be your final answer. So let me just write down the final answer here for you. That the final answer to the y-intercept of this function would be what? It would be minus 32. And that's what the final answer is. Okay. So I hope this easy question number 2 is clear to everyone. That's an easy one. It's an interesting one. So of course, that's going to be an important one. So I'm going to put down some stars here so that you can remember. You have to be very careful while doing these type of questions. Okay. And of course, the key to this question is this formula of slope intercept form. You can say, format of the slope intercept form of a linear equation. I hope that is clear to everyone. Okay, guys.